fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yes, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
Tackled immediately after the catch. After the short completion, it's now second down. From the gun, the ground game. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Third down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. From the shotgun, the inside give. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup. The Sooners are on the move. They'll put the tight end in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Anderson. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. When you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown, DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone, and he's got it! Touchdown, Sooner! They're on the board first here in the season opener. The old Larynx is going to get a workout today with all these Boomer Sooners cascading down here in Oklahoma.
I do love that about college football, the individual chance you get. And when you get going early, when you get going and get this crowd going in the game, and they can be a big part of it, man, it energizes the whole team. And you hear what in this stadium, Reese?
Boomer!
Sooner!
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Owls offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And there's no doubt, guys, we will be focused on these 2-star playmakers on the outside.
I'm curious to see how much man coverage we're going to see today. I don't know if either of these defenses is confident enough to go mano-a-mano with these two dudes on the field. They're 2 of the best in the nation.
These cornerbacks aren't looking for man-to-man coverage. I can promise you that. They'd be like, give me some help over here. But we're going to see some split screens, and we're going to see who had more catches, who had more yards. We're definitely going to be breaking that down this game.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Grabbed in the middle, it's Clark. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They'll line up for a second down play. They'll run play action. He finds his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Bunch formation for these receivers. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Sixth play of the drive coming up. They'll go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. Temple lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you...
He's going to throw deep right side. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Looking to pass. It's Arnold. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give on the inside. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. This is a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. And the Sooners will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll call for the fair catch here. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started.
Encroachment defense.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the first down. And the Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's Wilson. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. The give to the tailback. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. This Temple offense putting together a nice drive. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. This offense has a second down play. Off the play fake. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got an open man. Smashes through the tackle. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll take a shot. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. Couldn't make the play on first down. They'll try it again. 2nd and 10 from the 27. Makes the grab. It's Adams. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Back to the air one more time. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. From the gun, the running back has it. Running it in the red zone, imposing their will and picking up 5 down to the 15. 3rd down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Oh, the attempt is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Got it behind the line. It's Barnes. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. First down for this offense. The give is to Smith. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Here's the handoff. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Gives it to the back on the draw. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. Temple lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Running it back, it's Burks. Continues to fight for yards. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And the defense drags him down. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Nice move to keep moving. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Looking deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Sooners will call on their punt team. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Barnes. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the big fella. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Looking downfield. It's Arnold. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Setting up the screen. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's got it, and they convert. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Looking to throw, it's Simon. Throws toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
The Sooners will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold it. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Dropping back, it's Simon. Out of the backfield, he's open. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Wilson. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. They're trying to get to him. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much. The roughing the passer penalty. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Smith takes the handoff. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down. The Owls come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Wilson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. There's a live football. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Hold it.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He hits that hole. It opened up for him as he gets 6 and all the way out to the 9-yard line. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Looking to throw, it's Arnold. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fair catch, called for and made. Temple takes over and the offense will return to the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Wants to go up top. Throwing right. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Another incompletion on third down. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Utah delivered a masterpiece performance today and gave notice to the rest of college football. This is a team that can win anywhere, anyway against just about any opponent. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Right back to him on the ground. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Nifty little dance step. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. Now they'll run the draw. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. The run from the shotgun. Can't get him to the ground. No, what a move! And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. To the ground, he's got it again. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. From the gun, running back on the move. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now he's looking to throw it. Fires to the middle. It's caught. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Sooners have it with a 1st and goal. They move the tight end all over. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes. It just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. To a drive there of 84 yards. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Out of the gun to give to the back. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. They'll try to get it through the air. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. Temple lining up to punt it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. He'll do it himself. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He'll keep it himself. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. A 3rd and long coming up here. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Steps away. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Movement here from the tight end. Handoff from the gun. He breaks a tackle. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. 3rd and short from the 49 is this 4-down territory. Looking for a gap. It's Barnes. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, picked off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. He leaves it with his back. Sweet cut there. Bulldoze ahead. He's down at the 18 after picking up 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Arnold. Got his man quickly. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. And the Sooners will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Makes his connection. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment. Defense.
The penalty on the defense, but they don't really give up much ground. There's not much to lose this close to the end zone. Going for 6. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the beatdown has ensued.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get by.
In just inside their own 20, they need to convert on 3rd and short. Throws to the wideout. And the missed connection on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Finds the tight end. He's not going to make it. And what a big stop for this defense. And they might be able to put this thing away. Oh, it's reverse. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It is so easy when you're a defensive player, when you watch a little misdirection of the ball go one way, to turn and to run. That's not my job. My job is to stay home. The defensive did a good job of that. Defense stayed home, made the play.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. He's up to 81 yards on the day, and the defense has been getting a steady diet of this dude on opening day. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Touchdown Sooners! And the punishment has been extended.
Game 1, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. UCF steamrolled its way to victory. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Orlando a ton of confidence. It's one game, you don't want to react too much either way, but I think
he hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. To the air, it's Simon. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. The give from the gun. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Sharp. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
1st and goal, Sooners.
Snap in the shotgun. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. He's looking to throw. He caught it. And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. And they've inched closer and closer, and still 2 yards to go for the touchdown here on 3rd down. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
And they'll send out the field goal unit.
On the field goal.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the movie kind. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Back to pass, it's Simon. Looking down the middle. Hauls it in. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. Going up top on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. After the misfire, it's second down. He's looking to throw. He's going up top here late in the game.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next week.
The Sooners decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Bitterly disappointing start to the season as they can't come up with a W and open 0-1.
And there's still so much room to improve for this football team. I know this is not the performance they were expecting here today, but there were plays to be made on the field. And David, I think moving forward, this team just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and when you see it on tape, and your coach has been preaching all camp about the mistakes, but now it's real. Now you got a loss attached to it, but a lot of conference play still ahead, a lot of opportunities to still have a successful season.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.